Hello, hello. It says we're live. Good. Well, I hope we're live anyway. I don't think Twitch has kind of pushed out the notification. Okay, there. So yes, this is a last minute just chatting stream because there is some stuff uh, that I'm gonna be planning out here during this stream. So for people that are unaware, I partake in Global Game Jam every year. And this year it is from the 20th to the 26th. So Monday, January 20th, 2025 to Sunday, January 26th, 2025, I will be partaking specifically in the online uh, Global Game Jam entry. Let me pull up the link so I can share it with you. Uh, where what folder did I save it in again? Oh, it was this very top one here. So this is the online game jam. It takes it starts at 5 o'clock on Friday, January 24th, and it ends on Sunday, January 26th at 5 p.m. So we have 2 days to make a game, and this is the thing. Last year I fucked up with the dates and stuff, so I'm actually gonna be putting stuff in my calendar, and I will kind of block off those stream or those days strictly for streaming. Man, I hope that life actually works with me this time if I want to stream things. So, um, yeah, it's one of those I've screwed up the dates before, so I'm going to like put those in my calendar. And this is just general housekeeping, like what I expect from that time period and all that fun stuff. And for people that are going, this should be in software and game development. I'm not actually doing software and game development. We're just chatting about it. I feel like that is a better fit than being in the software and game dev category when I'm not doing software or game dev. Um, but up until then, we have a couple of weeks to kind of get our feet wet and learn engines and stuff like that, or figure out what we're gonna do. Because I'm not doing a text adventure game. You can't really do that in 2 days. It's kind of nonsensical to do the text adventure, at least the way that I have to do it, using .NET and CLI. Speaking of, I have to reinstall .NET on this Linux Mint installation. And I will go into why here in a second, but I think I'm going to take a quick break and I will be right back. Sorry about that, but let me kind of take a look at just the general global game jam stuff. I think it's from the 24th to the or the 20th to the 26th. Um, so I'm quite curious here. You know, um, like the 48-hour time period is not going to leave us with a lot of time. The first day is probably going to be planning. The second day, so Saturday morning, would be kind of your day to just start running stuff down or getting stuff down or, um, because that's the thing too that I'm kind of looking forward to this year. I'm actually going to try and stream most of it. I hope. I hope I don't back out like I do or like I did last year, because I'd like for you guys to see the entire process from start to finish. Um, so basically, like the week of, I'm kind of debating taking some time for myself that week because Friday, 5 p.m., Saturday, and then Sunday, it's going to be a pretty busy tail end of the week there. So I don't really know what I'm going to do going forward with that. The game jam is only 2 days, so that week will be the only one that's affected. But I'm gonna open up my Google Calendar here, and then um, you know I'm gonna add that stuff to the jam. So or yeah, so the jam starts 3 weeks from yesterday. So what we're gonna do? What the hell happened? Are we back? I don't know. Like my OBS kind of panicked for a second. So, yeah, I'm just trying to set the stuff up in my calendar here, and I kind of lost track of the dates here. Um, so yeah, Friday the 24th from 4 p.m. or from I think it said 5 to 5 p.m. on the 26th. All day. Well, I mean, no, because it's not an all-day event. Online. So, online jam starts at 5 p.m. on January 24th and goes till January 26th, 2025. I have a feeling there will be a theme announcement the week of. So I will be taking notes of that during that time, and we can spitball. I'm gonna spitball like different ideas. I do want to do a different game. I've done a platformer. I've done an RPG. I kind of want to do something different this year. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I want to see if I can do something simple, something simplistic, because that is what matters. Um, and it is one of those that, yes, this is gonna be very fly by the seat of my pants kind of thing, because that's what game jams really are most of the time. You're coming up with plans on the fly. You're coming up with stuff on the fly. You're doing stuff in such a short time frame that things will be kind of crunched together and, you know, busy and go 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 all week, and that's gonna be interesting. Yeah, it's 3 weeks from Friday, or no, 2 weeks from this Friday. Um, the actual jam itself goes for a week, or like the actual event. The jam that I'm gonna partake in only takes place over 2 days, which I will mark with the stream title. You know, so that's gonna be how we're doing things from now on. Is just this is how we're gonna do the game jam, and there might be a couple more I partake in. Devtober being another one that I want to partake in this year, and that of course isn't until October, um, and that goes a whole month. We'll probably continue work on the text adventure. Um, Speaking of, I still have to set up .NET on this system. I have to actually use .NET 8.0 for that project, as I learned fairly recently. You cannot upgrade a project to a newer version of .NET. I, of course, did not know that because I've never had to kind of deal with new .NET versions for projects. So, yeah, I'm also going to be keeping an eye on my OBS because I guess the Twitch side of things is not very happy with my frame rate, or with my bit rate. Sorry, but yeah, I actually do want to take some time to reflect on last year. Last year we partook in Global Game Jam, or I partook in Global Game Jam, making a platformer in Unreal Engine 4. I want to say, um, God, it was rough. It was rough, man. It was not fun. Um, but yeah, Global Game Jam. I'm excited for it, and it really is something I'm truly excited for. But it's funny because like all the prep and stuff that I'm gonna be doing, I'm probably gonna be doing all or most of the prep during the week before. Like I can figure out tech. If I have a theme, I'm probably gonna be spitballing ideas on stream or something, like writing down ideas and kind of brainstorming, and then also working on the text adventure, doing like some more work on the battle system. Um, but with that being said, too, what's after that? Well, we're gonna continue working on our our uh, text adventure game. Um, that is of the utmost importance. Let me see. Sorry, I'm responding to my girlfriend Raven. So, um, yeah, with Global Game Jam, some things that I'm gonna be considering are time constraints and theme and stuff like that to see if I can figure out how to do like a fairly simple game. Because again, 48 hours is not a lot of time. 48 hours is a very, very short amount of time. Um, and it is one of those that I'm looking forward to it as I look forward to it every year. It's going to be an interesting journey. It's going to be a hell of a journey because you get to deal with, scheduling and deadlines, and it gets to be pretty rough at points. Like it's not going to be fun, and I know I could work with teams, but I usually like to fly solo in this endeavor. Um, One jam I wish would happen again is the Linux native game jam. Hold on. I'm actually curious if there was. Yeah, I think this is the last time was Linux Game Jam 2023, which I had partaken in. I've submitted. Oh, here's another one I was gonna try and partake in this year, just to kind of do something unique. The GameDev.js Jam 2025. I have done some application development with JavaScript. I've never done game development with JavaScript. But yeah, I was like, okay, let's see what other jams are going on right now. There's Bracky's Game Jam 2025.1, Godot Wild Jam, the Pirate Software Jam. Um, yeah, there isn't like. Yeah, upcoming this month, there's a themed horror, RPG Maker horror, mini jam, farm jam. A lot of horror jams. 36-hour game jam. Ooh, that just seems like a. I don't know. I don't know. Like the 36-hour jam seems like it'd be a hell of a crunch. Um. Yeah, I was just trying to like figure out. Okay, what's going on? Did I sign up for any jams after this? Yeah, um the GameDev.js jam was one that I signed up for. Going, I think it'd be cool to try this. I'm not really a fan of JavaScript, but even if I don't get anything done, I can always try and learn something new. Um, but yeah, this all starts in about 2 weeks. I'm excited. I am still like a bit nervous, and I'm going to try and kind of block things out day by day, and how we might go live at 2 o'clock, and then on Friday, and then just do like a little bit of planning. But we are, I don't know. I don't know what I could do, cause like I said, this is just not one of the best. This is gonna be an interesting year, uh, in this game jam for sure. But that begs the question: what's after this? Like, what are we gonna do after? What is the week gonna be like before? And I know I've talked about this a little bit. I am thinking about taking a little bit of maybe altering the stream schedule for that week alone. Um, just kind of figuring out what we're gonna do because I'm still trying to figure out like, okay, am I gonna go live at 5 p.m. on Friday? Uh, am I gonna go live, earlier on Friday? Am I gonna go live later on Friday? What are we gonna do? Because I want to figure this out. Because I want to make sure like I have my ducks in a row before we start. But what that means is I have to get my button gear. Either doing mono game or doing. I would be open to doing Godot. I would be open to doing stuff in Godot. But that means I'd also have to learn Godot and following their tutorials, which I don't think that would be hard. Um, what the heck is? I just saw something that interested me. What the hell is Redot engine? We want. I'm gonna experiment with this for a minute. I'm gonna put it on my desktop. I'm gonna put it in a engines, because I'm also gonna get Godot Cave Engine. Kind of looks like Unity to me. Um. Sorry. I got. Intrigued by the name of Cave Engine. But yeah, Redot is new. I haven't heard of it or used it, so let's see. Oh, this looks incredibly familiar. Alright, I'm going to show you guys what I see right now. Change from there. We're going to go to Redot Engine. We're going to fade, but we're also now, because we're actually in the software and game dev category, why can I not change anything? Okay, quick action, edit stream info. Software. Software and game development. We're going to do some exploring in Redot Engine, because I have never. I'm assuming that this is Godot in a way. So we're gonna say test, because this looks very much like Godot, and I'm betting you that it is a fork of Godot. Uh-oh. Stuff's broken. That's not a good sign. Okay, it just took a second. Yeah, I'm assuming that this is like a fork of Godot, because this very much reminds me of Godot. So I'm curious. So if we do a 2D scene, I don't have a script, so let me. No, not a new scene. Let me see. I want to test my theory. Yeah, it's a. Okay, so what's different about this from Godot? maybe I should read. I gotta respond to Merg. I hate to say. Yeah. No, I just responded to Merg. He's like, I sent him a video because Valve is finally potentially planning on releasing SteamOS to the public for the first time in many years. Back for the first time since they did the Steam machines. So that's a good thing, I think. Um, oh, it broke. But yeah, no, this is very much Godot. It is a forked Godot engine, which okay, I could do that. I could work with that. Um, I'm trying to figure out what specifically the differences are. I suppose I could have read. People are like, well, how do you know? I'm like, the UI is very familiar. I have used Godot engine before. Um, so I'm almost willing to bet that I could use this. I could use, yeah, 'cause if I click online docs here to stable branch. Oh, it's got its own, cool. Oh, I think this just is straight up, Godot without the C sharp implementation. Merg asked a good question. So one thing that Merg has posed, uh, I um yeah, I'm answering his questions. Yeah. So Merg asked a question. Does that mean that? So we're talking about Valve releasing SteamOS, right? So he's like, does that mean you could run regular games on your PC, whether it's Windows or Linux? I said possibly if the games are supported on Steam Deck. Gaming on Linux is hit or miss, really. With Steam Deck using SteamOS, you could run most games that are support. You could run games that are supported. I'm gonna put silver or better on Proton DB. It's probably gonna all go over his head. I don't know. I don't know how technically inclined the Mergman is. I would love to have a conversation with him. Hell, I might as well just join the podcast channel and just in case. So you guys might have heard me just pop into a Discord voice channel just in case people want to come in and talk. Because I am trying to figure out. Yeah, I think the difference between Redot and or Rideau and Godot is that supposed to be redo? I don't know. But this engine in Godot now has native C sharp support, which I am actually a fan of. So I think Godot is on itch, I believe. So we'll get that too. Hey, we want Linux 64. Go into that one. x86. So what is this supposed to be? Oh, is this just the program or is it a compressed file? Ah, it's just the executable. I am going to also download a couple of other tools. Just knowing me, I'm gonna want to download other tools. So, oh, so I get to deal with experimental stuff for like sprite makers and stuff, or map editors, which will be useful. Yeah. I don't know if Merg is here. I don't think he is. But if he is, it'd be cool to see him and talk to him. Because, yep. But yeah, no, Merg wanting to talk. Oh, did I not save it? I thought I saved it. It did not update. Okay, there we go. But yeah, the read the that one thing. I'm gonna have to like go through some of their tutorials again for Godot because I want to get used to using Godot again. All right. Um, where? Oh, where? Okay, let's open Godot. What? But that opened no problem. What the hell? That opened no problem. Um, so do I have to do like dot slash? And is it? Yeah, okay, it is this. I actually might download from their official site then. I think that's what I'm gonna do because I think it would work better. Um, so I'm gonna download Godot really quick. Yeah, I think that the R that Redo or uh, the fork of Godot that we just looked at is Godot without the C sharp support. So, um, yeah, I'm gonna download 4.3. We want 4.3. I want 4.3 with .NET because that's the next thing we're gonna do. Yeah. So, like, what's the difference here? Is this downloading a full? Yeah, that is downloading a full zipped file, and not just like the app image, which it doesn't like. So the recommended is Vulkan 1.0 compatible hardware. Minimal is Open GL. So we get to do the fun thing. We get to do. I'm gonna do .NET 8.0 because the other project uses .NET 8, and yeah. So now we're gonna do the Debian thing that we have to do, which is we get to run a whole bunch of commands in order to make things work. We get to do the fun thing. We get to use command line. Hey, okay. That's done. We want .NET 8, not .NET 9. Okay. Let's get that ready to go. Let's get this ready to go so we can then. Hey, look at that. We got it. I also have to install Git because LMDE for some reason does not come with Git pre-installed. So yeah, I don't know. And I know people will sit there and go, well, why are you, downloading a bunch of engines now you don't know you're going to use? I'm downloading tools that I know I'm going to need and engines I may want to use. Granted, one is just, Godot, a forked version of Godot that I think the only main difference is that there is no .NET support, or there is like various differences that I wouldn't know because I haven't used Godot in a serious capacity. So yeah, but Merg and I were talking about SteamOS because I saw that Muda did. I'm actually gonna make sure that this is true. Steam OS. Is this gonna be like Steam OS? Microsoft's actually got competition now. Do not. Okay. Oh God. If it's SteamOS 2, it's dangerously outdated. Hold on. Um, yeah. So I get to figure out the whole Godot thing. I don't understand like why the itch package is like incredibly weird when it comes to like how they packaged it. Cuz like on their official site, it's literally just a compressed file and then itch is you know the app image basically and it's mad cuz it goes, "Oh, there's no it was improperly packaged, I think." And people will sit there and go, "What does that mean?" So, I learned this like a decade ago. It feels like actually, yeah, no, it would be a decade ago this spring. If you so this is with RPG Maker MV. For people that are wondering how that works, you have to zip the entire game and then submit it to the platform you want to, you know, distribute the game on. So, like itch, you have to download, or you have to not download, you have to zip the entire thing, upload the files, and you're good to go. If you just do the executable, the game's not going to launch. It will not work, and you will have problems. I have run into that with like older stuff that I have done and worked on in the past. Much like Unreal Engine, you have to do all the dependencies, and this was back before I did went to college and did software engineering. I had no idea what the heck dependencies were, and I I learned um I learned that yeah, your dependencies are going to be a big thing in what you need to do. So actually, like right now, I might go through the Godot stuff just to like learn the C# implementation. Um, and that way I can go through this with people, and we can actually say we did some dev work. And granted, it's not on a project that actually means a lot, but well, that's because I still have to install Git. Let's be real. I still have to install Git, and that's gonna take like, oh no, a whole few minutes, because all it's gonna be is sudo apt install -y or sudo apt install git -y. And for people that are going, why -y? Because that basically says, yes, I want. Anytime you're prompted, answer with yes. Because that means, like, it'll prompt you. So I know you guys won't be able to see my screen, but yeah, basically all that did was go, hey, are you sure you want to install this? And then it would just hit enter. It basically does the same thing as hitting, Y or hitting enter on most distributions. I know certain distributions will default to no. I don't remember which is which, but you know, I don't really know. But yeah, I know Merg is busy. I don't know what you know. I don't know what he's been up to lately. I know he's not streaming quite as much as he used to. But with that being said, we are going to go find our lovely Godot engine. We're going to hit the window capture. I probably shouldn't do that yet until we're going to say tutorial project. I'm going to change the location. We're going to go into documents. I'm going to go and do projects. People go, why are you not sharing your screen yet? Well, because I am not ready yet. Version control metadata git. Okay, I'm gonna wait for it to open. It's gonna take a couple of seconds. We're gonna do we're gonna follow the Godot tutorials. We're gonna go through, I believe it's the 2D tutorial first. And then we will go through the 3D tutorial. Hold on a second. I gotta make sure that it's showing an up-to-date list of. Is it that one? Yes, it's that one. Okie dokie. I think we're ready. Alright. Okay, we are sharing that. I'm going to go back to here. We're going to go to documents. Getting started. And then we will just download the assets. And then save. Like I said, I'm going to do this because that's important. So now we're going to set up the project, which we've already done. We're going to be doing C#. What about C++? Okay. Okay, so what we do now, we're going to go into, I think there's another folder around here. We're going to go into the proper folder. And I'm going to grab these two. And that's refreshed now. Perfect. Okay. So let's see if I can figure out how this works. See, that's editor settings, not project settings. So, project settings. There it is. I'm just going to follow along with what they have. They do 480 by 720. Windowed. Center primary screen. That seems to be good enough. Under the stretch options. What? Canvas items. Cool. Okay, so what we just did, I know you guys can't see it, but I went into the project settings, changed the viewport width and height to 480 by 720, 480 for the width, 720 for the height, went down into aspect, or the stretch category, went to mode, canvas items, and that's all I have to edit there, I think. And just reading the documentation says also under stretch, set the mode to canvas item and aspect to keep. This ensures that the game scales consistently on differently scaled or differently sized screens. In the project, we will make 3 independent scenes: player, mob, and HUD, which we will combine into the game's main screen. And this is actually something that I do in any project, as people who have seen my development process with .NET in the past, how that has went. I have always kind of put it all into different folders, kind of like what they did. As you, if you can see the file hierarchy, there's the art, fonts, and icon. Um, okay. Okay. Alright. Let's go to the next thing. Alright. With the project settings in place, we can now work on a player-controlled character. The first scene will define the player object. One of the benefits of creating a separate player scene is that we can test separately even before we've created the other parts of the game. To begin, we need a root node for the player object. As a general rule, the scene's root node should reflect the object's desired functionality, what the object is. Click the Other Node button and add an Area 2D. Area 2D. There we go. I'm gonna just straighten up here a little bit. Give me a minute. Okay, let's take a look. Alright, so we did the Area 2D. The warning tells us that the node requires a collider, basically. We can ignore the warning temporarily because we will first set up the player's visuals using an animated sprite. Once the visuals are ready, we will add a collision shape. Joy. So we get to add a sprite. It's a sprite 2D. Oh, animated sprite 2D. Wait, that doesn't. Okay. And then what we do here. Wait, how do I, okay, firewalk. Then I'm gonna rename this to walk. I'm gonna make sure like my names use the same casing here. Which there we go. So they set the scale to 0.5. Is that just because it fits the cool, there we go. Okay, yeah, that fits the sprite way better. Um yeah, I'm kind of just going through this cuz I want to see how long this takes and see if I can get it up and running and working. Um Finally add a collision shape 2D. Um New capsule shape 2D. Wait, so I don't. No, no, no. Go up so I can actually see what I'm clicking on. Like, that's the thing, is it's like, oh, okay, that should work now. Here we go. And I suppose I should change this from area 2D to player, which. There we go. We hit save. I will hit. I'll actually create a new folder for characters. I hadn't touched the scene, like saving the scene before, so that was an initial scene. So there we go. Scene save, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, next. Alright. Then we get to attach a script of some kind. We get to do C sharp. And player character.cs. Yeah, that'll be fine. Ooh. I already like that. Alright. Hold on. Alright. So, okay, then we go like this. We hit this. We hit enter. We then do square brackets, export. I should actually see if my screen. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can do this public, so you guys can kind of see it better. Because you guys need to be able to see the code that I'm writing too. Okay. I think for now I'm gonna mute on Discord because it's not like anyone's gonna come in. I think. All right. Vector 2. Okay. So now, so here's an important note. If you're using C Sharp, you need to rebuild the project assemblies whenever you want to see the new export variables or signals. This can be manually triggered by clicking the build at the top right corner. So this right up here. I hope they didn't push this to 9.0. Oh, it worked. Well, I want to go back. I don't know what I did. I clicked the thing and then yeah. I want the script, my guy. Oh, did I forget to save and then I get to build again? That's probably why it wasn't showing up. No. Yeah, there it is. That's what I was looking for, was this right here. Okay. Okay, there we go. And now, on this ready function here, we just go, we do screen, oh, there is no IntelliSense here. Screen size equals get viewport rect dot size. Alright. So now we get to go into a window that you guys can't see. We get to find input. Where is it? Oh, right here. So, hold on a second. I'm gonna minimize this. I might actually put this off to one side. And then grab the Twitch chat. Put that there. And then grab this. Alright. So we get to add the move right. Move, oh boy. Move right. Right. Oh. No. There. Move left. I keep wanting to hit enter to confirm. Jump. I might actually do two. For this. Technically, I would always do two for this because there are people that would use the arrow keys or WASD for movement. I think most games would honestly go for WASD over arrow keys. I think. I know most COD games used WASD movement. So, and then moved down. Yeah, I kind of wish I had IntelliSense, but it is what it is. Remember, don't hit enter because it'll take that as another thing. it basically says we only mapped one key per input action, but you can map multiple keys, joystick buttons, or mouse buttons to do the same action. Um, but man, I'm hoping Merg goes live tonight. I don't think he will, but he might. Um, all right, let's. Don't think we need this open, but now we get to go down to the process and do movement control. Ah! I didn't want to click that. Didn't want to click into the global game jam, and then I'm just gonna make a comment here. Movement code goes here. I know that's a bad kind of comment, but var velocity equals vector 2.0 if input is action pressed. Oh, so it's just this. Um, Alright, there we go. So we get to do this for every input. This is the fun part. You get to do this for every action and every you know, every like input that you have. So, this is the fun part. I should actually just I'm going to change the stream name real quick. Where is that one? Learning. Learning Godot. Yeah. So then it would be move left. Okay. There we go. So do we have to... I actually don't know this. Do I have to worry about, like, screen bounds in Godot? I don't entirely know. And I don't think they bring that up. Alright, then we're gonna do... touchpad. Oh, boy. I didn't mean to scroll down on that page, but, you know. Alright. Velocity dot x minus equals 1. There we go. So yeah, we get to do this for every input, and much like Unreal Engine, you have to have the name of your input exactly correct to what you have in your input settings, or it's going to go, what does this mean? Um, let's see. If I think I just called it jump. I'm gonna make sure of that quick. Yeah, jump all lowercase and then move down. So I might just get these last two conditionals here, and then if input dot is action pressed move down. All right. These two conditions are now written, but no code is set to execute. All right. We're slowly making progress. I'm taking a brief moment to just catch my bearings here. Yeah, like using Godot, I don't think it's all that challenging. I just want to get used to the interface, and yeah, it's gonna be one of those. I'm not entirely sure what we're gonna do for Global Game Jam with its with the time frame that we have. I kind of have to be aware of like constraints and stuff like that. And yeah. All right. Uh, let's finish this. And this is all going to be on the Y, so dot Y equals, yeah, so for move up it would be minus equals minus equals 1, and then move down is velocity dot y or plus equal, or wait, plus equals 1. So it's basically saying whatever the velocity currently equals, take that, add or subtract 1 to it dependent on the direction or the input that was given. So we now have this. We now get to work with animation and stuff. Anyway,
we're gonna build this just to make sure that nothing errors out. As far as I know, nothing has aired out yet, so it hasn't gotten mad at me and went, hey, you need to fix this. So that's usually a good thing. We have nothing to test right now, so I am going to just triple check my OBS studio here, make sure you guys are seeing what I'm seeing. Yup. Okay, there we go. And then we go over here, we do var animated 2D. I am actually going to explain. I should explain what. So they talk about camel case and Pascal case. I believe this is Pascal case. Or, no. I believe that's Pascal case. I usually get the two mixed up. This is for variables. You capitalize the second word. For functions or methods, you capitalize every word. So that is how that works. I just get the names confused. I will usually do the, you know, I follow the logic of you capitalize the entirety, or at least the first letter of every word of your function or method, and then you capitalize the second word of your variable. Hold on a second. There we go. Now, let's continue on, because we got a lot to do. And then we do there we go. I still find it funny that like I have no like color coding or color coding of what's a variable, what's a keyword, what's a string, what's a function. Well, there is some of that, but it's not perfect. So basically, in Godot, it is red for keyword, yellow for string, at least what I'm seeing, and then blue for function. My movement, I know if I use this for Global Game Jam, will be very primitive and we'll figure stuff out as we go. Okay? We're gonna figure this out. Um, it is very rare that I am late this late at night. Well, granted, it's not late at night, it's early. I'm gonna clear notifications from the stream earlier today, where my Bluetooth devices were able to connect but not play anything, or like I could not use like a Bluetooth, a wireless Xbox One controller. I had to, wire in. I think I used my Switch controller, my Switch Pro controller, for now. So, yeah. Um, let's continue. velocity. See this? You get is that is a function, and then you do less than zero, or no, greater than zero. Why was I thinking less than? Oh, I was thinking of a different thing that you would do. So I was thinking of strings. I don't know why. If you wanted to populate a string, you could do that. Um, but we're using a vector, which you're wanting to say if the velocity dot length is greater than zero, we're going to then do that. Velocity equals velocity dot. I don't know what the normalized method is supposed to be times speed, which right now hasn't been set. Dot play. That's kind of self-explanatory. That's whatever the velocity. I still don't. I'm gonna look that up. I don't know what exactly that refers to, but we'll figure it out. Okay, that's done. We're going to build it just again out of. Yep, failed to build project. Speed does not exist in this context. What context? Oh! I was. I think I just looked to the right and went, huh. Save it. Build again. Not the first time I've done that, where I've looked at something and thought I did it one way or. But yeah. I don't know. I do want to get through this tutorial tonight, so we're gonna kind of push through this so I can learn. Oh, there was something I was gonna look up. Yeah, I'm genuinely curious what that does. What does the normalized function do? I'm taking from the Godot form because I'm curious. Ah, See, I just want a very like quick explanation. It does not. Yes, I'm kind of skimming. Okay, I will deal with that later then. Anyway, let's get back to this. So at the bottom of the process function, now that we have a movement direction, we can update the player's position. We can also use clamp to prevent it from leaving the screen. Clamping a value means restricting it to a given range. Add the following to the bottom of the underscore process function. Make sure it is not indented under the else, which is this right here. So we are outside of the if else branches here. Plus equals velocity times float delta. Wait, did we have a? I didn't think we had a position variable. I don't know if I don't. I didn't think we had a position variable. So I don't know if this is gonna work the way the docs say it's going to. But I'm gonna take a little bit of a break, stretch my legs. I will be back, and I'll probably turn on some music for you guys.